I went to this college called St. Augustine's College, right? And, you know, once I got there, I was in search of, you know, who and what I am. As just about a lot of other people are that go to college. They're trying to find themselves. And upon searching and finding myself, I became conscious, you know. I used to go to this bookstore called Blacknificent Bookstore. I don't know if it's still open in Raleigh, North Carolina. I haven't been there in years. And I, you know, read books like Lo Beheld a Pale Horse and the autobiography of Malcolm X and Illuminati 666 and just all of these different books. You know, I started researching, you know, Rastafarianism and the 5% Nation, you know, and the Moors, etc. And upon me researching and studying these different type of religions and ways of life and, you know, culture, I came across this Nubian dude in the student union. And from then on, I started reading Dr. Malachi York's books. So I became conscious in my early 20s. Like pretty much when I turned 21, that's basically when I became conscious. Up until that point, I was somewhat of a Christian because I come from a Christian background. You know, all my family is religious. They're Christians, with the exception of my aunt. She's a Hebrew. But other than that, my whole family, no, I take that back. My sister is not, she isn't a Christian either. At least I don't think she is. So it's me, my sister, and my aunt, which is a Hebrew. So basically, us three in the family are like conscious, right? But other than that, everybody else is religious. You know, they believe in God, they believe in their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and I don't have a problem with that. I don't. That's who they want to believe in, and I respect it, and it's just that plain and simple. But when it comes to me, it's something totally different. If I were to say that I had a religion, my religion would be power to the people. If I were to follow someone, it would be me following myself, because I've learned that I can't depend on leaders to follow. And the reason why I can't depend on leaders far as me following them is because everybody on this planet is not perfect. And I've been burnt once, twice, and 3 times, and I'm not gonna be burnt again. I'd rather follow my lead. It's that plain and simple. So throughout the course of years, I've seen several different people become conscious. But up until this point, I've never seen how can I say it? A movement so big in the black community to the point where I'm like, yo, man, come on, y'all faking it. Y'all are faking it. In 2020, people are being fake conscious. Like, it's cool to be conscious now. I'm telling you, when I first became conscious, it wasn't cool at all. It wasn't cool to not eat meat. It wasn't cool to read different books about black people and how great we were, and read about the pyramids and saying that we were the Egyptians and blah, 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 blah. That was not cool. Nobody wanted to hear that kind of stuff in the cookouts. Nobody wanted to hear that kind of stuff while we were smoking weed in a cipher. Nobody didn't want to hear that back in the days. You see, now Jay-Z is parading around here looking like Basquiat. Now Beyonce is parading around here, black is king, da 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 da. I don't remember those two like that. I'm not saying that they're faking it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying point blank, I remember Beyonce shaking her ass, pop twerking and doing all of that stuff, talking about some she don't need a man. That's the Beyonce I remember. I remember the Jay-Z. +19808750922. The Jay-Z that I remember. I'm sorry. The Jay-Z that I remember was the drug dealer Jay-Z. Short Caesar haircut. Always talking about drugs. That's the Jay-Z that I remember. Now I know what you all are gonna say. You're gonna sit back and say, listen, can't people change? And that's the truth. Everybody has a right to change. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say Jay-Z or Beyonce is faking it, but I'm just saying it just so happened all of a sudden people start making songs about black people. It wasn't cool to listen to Mos Def and Talib Kweli back in the days. It wasn't cool to listen to Bahamadia back in the days. But all of a sudden, everybody making songs about black people and how great we are. Don't you find that to be a little bit alarming? That these music artists, all of a sudden, out of 330,000 songs that they've done, all of a sudden, they want to do, let me take it back. Let me bring a narrative. Out of 338,000 songs that they've done about shooting people, selling drugs, pimping out women, now they want to do a song about black people are goddesses and black people this and black people that. I'm not trying to hit it. Hey, listen, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. All of a sudden, people want to be conscious now. And conscious is, it's not anything deep, it's just being aware. All of a sudden now people want to start wearing Unks. Whereas before, when I was wearing them back in the 90s, oh my God, what are you wearing that for? That's a Satan cross. Man, you don't even know nothing about this. What are you talking about? All of a sudden it's cool now to wear dashikis. When I was wearing it, I remember I used to be at this spot at Raleigh. I used to sell CDs at this spot on Pool Road, right? Used to be a Chinese food restaurant. I was in between a Chinese food restaurant and a beauty supply store, right? It was this chick, you know, I was cool with. I ain't gonna go get into details about, you know, whatever, but you know, whatever. You know, I was cool with her, whatever have you, and you know, I used to wear like the polos and the, you know, Nautica and name brand clothes and all the rest of that stuff. And then all of a sudden one day I was just like, yo man, I'm just gonna stop it and I'm just gonna go straight black. I'm just gonna go straight black because I'm tired of coming out here and, you know, just not being myself, just wearing these clothes because people are attracted to it. You know what I'm saying? They like seeing, you know, people, you know, me with these clothes on, these white designer clothes on, right? So I came out with the dashiki. This boy came up to me, the one I was cool with or whatever have you. She's like, yo, why are you wearing that? I'm like, what? She's like, the she didn't even know what it was. I think she was like the dashiki or something. I was like, you saying the dashiki? She's like, yeah. I'm like, cause I want to wear it. It's African culture, African pride, black pride. She's like, I'm not used to seeing you like that. I mean, you just need to go back to wearing the polos and the Nauticas and different things like that. And I was just taken back. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. It wasn't cool when I was doing it. But all of a sudden, now in 2020, everybody want to be black now. Now people coming up to me, man, I like your dreads. There's something different about your dreads, man. What are they called? Freeform or something? Yeah, man, I like these, man. Now I got people looking at me complimenting my head. This is the third set of dreads I've had. And I'm telling you, this is my word, I've never been complimented on my dreads. If anything, people told me to cut it. Yes, I come from that era where when you went to fill out an application for a job and you had dreads or braids, they didn't give you the job. I know right now in 2020, you could work at Target and have purple, pink, green, orange, and red dreads. I know that now. But when we were coming up in the 90s, if you had this, you either smoked weed or you were conscious. Either one couldn't get a job anywhere. I remember I came to work one day, right? I had a beanie, right? It had red, black, and green. You know, the Marcus Garvey flag. I think it was red, black, and green. And out of those weeks, everything was fine. I wore that beanie to work. The next day, they told me I had to go. The next day, they told me don't report back. It was a temporary job, so I couldn't even sue. They told me that they no longer needed my services, even though I had work backed up. But all of a sudden, you don't no longer need my services. It's the point that I'm making. Now everybody wants to be conscious because everybody is fake. This is a fake culture right here. And this is what I realized. This is the reason why Tekashi 6ix9ine can be a snitch and be praised for it. This is the reason why Megan Thee Stallion can get shot. A black woman can get shot in both of her feet and nobody's saying anything. Everybody's making a mockery of her, and then she remains silent and never presses charges. But then Tory Lanez publicist starts talking mess about her, and all she wants to do is clear her name, and she says, "Hey, Tory Lanez shot me." Now all of a sudden she a snitch. Man, this culture definitely needs to be canceled. Definitely. This generation needs to be canceled. I'm not talking about all of the millennials or all of the young folks, but I definitely talking about the ones that are fake. This is not a real culture. This is a fake culture where Kim Kardashian can have a fake ass, fake lips, fake tits. Nicki Minaj could do the same. Yo, this is my word. I'm not lying. And I'm about to, let y'all go or whatever have you. I was taken back when I heard a song that Nicki Minaj did, and she said she got her ass done by such and such. So she's not even denying it. She's not even denying it. Like, yo, when I was in high school, let me tell you something. Women wore their real hair. And the ones that didn't and had weaves, they were picked on. But it's a shame that Kim Kardashian and the likes can walk around with fake asses and fake butts and be praised for it. I don't get that. But this is now I can understand like how older people are ready to die. They're ready to go when it's their time. I can only imagine how what my grandmother is thinking right about now. She's 84 years old. I think 82, 83, 84, one of those numbers. I can only imagine how she thinks. What she sees in this day and time and how she feels. Because she's like the only one that's in our family. Everybody else has died. That's her age. And she's left with us. It's crazy, man. All y'all want to be conscious now. People such as myself help pave the way for you all. People such as myself help pave the way for you all. I told you, this is my third set of dreads. Third. I'm telling you, the minute my mom, she told me, she said, listen, you cannot live in this house if you don't cut your hair. I've been wanting to have long hair ever since I started looking at Kung Fu flicks as a kid. I just thought it was cool. So after I left at 19 for good from my mom's, I started growing my hair from 19 all the way up to the age that I am now. So I've gone back and forth, braids, dreads, braids, dreads, braids, dreads, braids, dreads. We help pave the way for you all. Stop being fake. And by the way, I do like that song that Jay-Z got out with Pharrell called Entrepreneur. Excellent song, excellent video. Gotta give it up to him. I don't necessarily agree with him being conscious because he was into that, I guess y'all will say Illuminati and all that stuff. I think that he dibbles and dabbles into white magic and black magic. That's just my opinion. Other than that, I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video.